Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here. We are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Wednesday, January 4th slate of NBA action. I'm super excited to dive into it. I did just want to go ahead and say really quick, I am still sick, so I do apologize about this. So if you guys can kind of catch this when I'm talking, or whatever the case might be, or if I look sick, well, it's because I am. But I did still want to go ahead and get a video out here for you guys with a couple plays that I do really like. It's going to be very short and sweet, kind of like the one from yesterday. But I'm super excited to dive into it. We do have a pretty big slate on. We've only got about a quarter of the lines up as of right now. So I'm going to be a little bit conservative on some of the plays. But I will talk about one lean that I'm super, like, I'm really close to adding it. Extremely close to adding it. So, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. I did just want to go ahead and say we are still currently on the road to 11,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we're on the road to 11K. Make sure you guys are subbed. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean the absolute world to me. So much more than you guys will ever know. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into a quick recap as of yesterday. Kind of an unfortunate day. And basically what I mean by that is we did end up having like two official plays. And one of them was SGA over 28.5 points versus Boston. Ends up getting ruled out with an illness at like it was at like 5:30 Central Standard Time. The game started at like 6:30 or 7, I believe. So it was literally like right before the game started. Nothing you could really do about that. But then we did end up having Lauri Markkanen, my boy, Lauri freaking Markkanen. I'm telling you, when we bet on Lauri Markkanen, he gets us money. It's like it goes hand in hand. It's like it was meant to be. Every time we bet on Lauri Markkanen, he gets us money, and it's this one. He made us earn it. There's no doubt about that. He made us earn it because he was literally just like one PRA away. So he was at 34 from the last 2 minutes of the game until the last like 15 seconds of the game. He ends up getting fouled on a 3-point shot, knocks down all 3 free throws, and then so he ends up covering it with like 15 seconds left to go. But then De'Aaron Fox comes down and hits like a tough mid-range jump shot, ends up rolling in. Then Lauri Markkanen almost made the shot of all shots with zero point 0.4 seconds left. He tried to get, a little tip in from like almost 3-point range and drilled it. That would have been absolutely electric to be able to tie it, send it to OT. But regardless, at the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the fact that we did end up winning that bet. So like I said, the SGA one ended up getting voided. But then we did have our consensus. We had the Thunder plus 8.5 versus the Boston Celtics at minus 110. They didn't even need that 8.5. They said, no, we don't need that. We'll just go ahead and win this one outright for you guys. And they won big. They won really big. So I'm really glad it ended up working out for us. So technically a 1-0 day. Normally this would be a day I would bring out the shades or something, but I'm not going to do that since it was literally only one play. There's absolutely no purpose for it. But 1-0 on the day, 2-0 if you count the consensus play. So hopefully we can go ahead and have another great day. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first official play of the day, our King's Kill Shot play of the day, we are going to be taking Quentin Grimes over 20.5 PRAs here versus the Spurs at minus 125 odds. He's been pretty good to this line here recently. He's gone over 3 of his last 4 and 6 of his last 10 games. He's been pretty solid for sure. And it's literally, it could not be a better matchup. It's versus the San Antonio Spurs, who allowed the 10th most points per game to opposing shooting guards in the last 7 games, and the most points per game to opposing teams in the entire league. So they give up a ton of points. There's no doubt about that, and that's a really good thing for Quentin Grimes. If he can get into a situation where he's going to be able to take a lot of shots against a team that doesn't have a great defense, sign me up for an over for sure. Also, the Spurs, as of last game, he did end up going under against the Spurs, so I think it's a pretty good bounce back spot here. Truly, it's going to be in the Garden for sure. Or it's going to be in the Garden, obviously. And in the last 4 games, he's averaging a total of 14.75 shot attempts. That's what I love about it, because the shot attempts are there. He's going to be shooting the ball. It's just going to be a matter of if he can knock it down. In that last game versus the Spurs that he did end up having, where he went under, he shot 1 for 10. So, I mean, there's not really too much you can do about that. That's kind of just a little bit of a tough stretch there. And even if this game is a blowout, which as of right now, the Knicks are 9-point favorites, even if it is a blowout, Quentin Grimes is going to be a guy that still gets some run. He's a young guy. He's a starter for this team. He's getting rotational minutes, and he should see the full run. I mean, I think he should see at least 30-plus minutes, and I think that's all he's really going to need to be able to hit an over here versus the Spurs. So I really do like this here for our first official play of the day. Quentin Grimes over 20.5 PRAs here versus the Spurs at minus 125 odds. Now for our second official play of the day, we are going to be taking Bojan Bogdanovic under 21.5 points here versus the Warriors at minus 125 odds. Now I like this for a couple different reasons. First things first, he has gone under in 3 out of his last 4 games. So he's been pretty good to this under here recently. And what I love about this is he is playing Golden State in Golden State. I don't really think I need to talk about that too much, but Golden State is one of the best defenses in all of basketball when it comes to playing at home. They have the second best defensive efficiency, and they do not give up a lot of points at home. They have been very, very good here defensively at home. He has also kind of struggled here versus the Warriors recently, or in recent history at least. He's gone under in 4 out of his last 5 games versus the Golden State Warriors. So hopefully he can make that 5 out of his last 6. I really do like the spot here. I think that the Warriors, despite being down a couple people due to injury, I think it's a really good spot to be taken under. So we are going to be riding with it for our second official play of the day. Bojan Bogdanovic under 21.5 points here versus the Golden State Warriors at minus 125 odds. Now for our one other lean that I did want to go ahead and talk about, I really do like Kevin Durant over in points versus my Chicago Bulls. The Bulls have given up a lot of points here recently to that power forward position. Kevin Durant has gone under in 3 straight games. I think that he is due for an over. The spread is only 5, and let's be honest, the Bulls, for some reason, I literally just can't wrap my head around it, but for some reason the Bulls play really good against good teams. I don't know what it is, but the books are expecting this game to stay close. I personally do too. They're really good against teams that are good, and then they are absolutely abysmal against teams that are bad. But if they end up keeping this close, I think that Kevin Durant could easily have 40 or even 50. We saw what Donovan Mitchell just did to him. I think that Kevin Durant can do that once again too. I think that he can at least drop 30 for sure. So that is going to be the lean of the day as well. Kevin Durant over in points. Now, for the consensus play, we are going to be going to the Heat and the Lakers game. Currently, the Lakers are 3.5-point underdogs. We do have a little bit of injuries for both sides. The Heat, as of right now, have Dwayne Dedmon listed as questionable. They have Martin out, and Gabe Vincent is also listed as questionable. Those are kind of the honorary ones. And the Lakers, they have the usual LeBron and AD, and then the AD injury, of course. But Russell Westbrook and Lonnie Walker are both listed as questionable as well. So from left to right, we do have Brady. Brady's going to be on the Lakers. We have Mitch. Mitch is going to be on the Heat. We have Ryan. Ryan is going to be on the Lakers. And we do also have Seth. Seth is going to be on the Heat. So as of right now, it's 2-2. And I'm actually going to be riding with the Heat in this one. Normally, I've been fading the Heat a lot recently. I haven't really trusted their team a whole lot, but I think that this line is telling you exactly what it needs to tell you. Even if LeBron does end up playing, I think that there's a chance that the Heat are going to be fully healthy as of today. Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo have sat out recently, so I think that this is a spot where they're going to be well rested, and I think that they do end up winning this game. So that is going to be our consensus play of the day. Heat minus 3.5 here versus the Lakers at minus 110 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If I do end up adding any plays, as always, they will be in the pinned comment section and on my Twitter. But as of right now, I do just have the 2 picks. I'll more than likely be adding one, though, so make sure you guys do check it out. But without any further ado, we are on the road to 11,000. If you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. And I guess that's going to do it for me. This is King Sarah signing out. Peace.